You're welcome to the How to Get Foreign Clients Who Will Pay You Between $500 to $5,000 on Upwork and other platforms webinar. So in this webinar, I'm going to be showing you how you can get foreign clients who will pay you between $500 to $5,000 on Upwork and other platforms as a freelancer in Nigeria, even if you've not been paid for your services before, and even if you don't have a skill to offer or sell to the international client base. Okay, so let's dive right into it. So, okay, let's just get into it. Now, my goal for this webinar is to show you the right way to get high-paying international clients. I mean, think about it. The best way to live in Nigeria now is to earn in dollars. And how do you earn in dollars? That's quite simple. You find something that's like a digital skill that you can sell to the foreign audience and get your money in dollars. Now, think about it. Their minimum wage over there is about $16 per hour. So let's just say you go through this video and do everything I say you should do, and then you get a job of $20 per hour. That's the minimum wage around $16 per hour, but you can get something lower, okay? You can get $5 per hour, you can get $10 per hour. But let's just use like a very low paying gig, for example. Yeah. So you get $20 per hour, okay? Now $20 per hour and your work limit is about 30 hours per week, right? So now on this job as a freelancer, you are just working 30 hours a week. They give you 30 hours a week, or let's say they give you 40 hours per week to work. And you do this from like let's say the client is in US, so that's the Eastern time zone. So you work from 1 p.m. to like 9 p.m. and you have the rest of the time to yourself, okay? Now, at the end of the week, you're getting paid for your 40 hours you logged in to work, and that's about $800 per week. Now, if you do that for a month, 800 times 4, that's that's $2,400 for the month. Now, if you think about it, if you get it at a good exchange rate, our current exchange, let's say you get it at $500 per hour, you get it at $500 per dollar, you're earning $1 million per month easily. Like, do you know how high up you have to be in the Nigerian job corporations to be able to earn that amount? So that's why I'm excited to show majority of Nigerians how to do this. Now, be advised, this video is not strictly for Nigeria. Anywhere you are in Africa, or even if you're not from Africa, the things I'm going to be showing you here, it's general knowledge that can be utilized as you are a newbie, or if you're charging low, that you can use to increase your prices. Okay, so let's get started. Let's continue. So the next thing, what makes this different? Well, what makes this different is there's a lot of false information out there and a lot of freelancers who are undercharging and being ripped off. Some people do not know how much their services are worth. Recently, someone offered my students a gig of $2 per hour. I was like, you should fucking throw that away because it's not going to work. No matter how hard you work, you're going to be earning peanuts. Though it might look like money at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, calculations we made, we will have earned about $400 at the end of the month. And $400 at the end of the month is that's about almost 300,000 naira. That's about 300,000 naira in Nigerian currency, right? Or okay, no, that's not 300,000. That's like 200,000 naira in Nigerian currency. If you're working a 9-to-5 job here, it might look like it's a big salary, but no, it's not. Especially when you're a freelancer working from the convenience of your house, where you just have to sit down and do the work. If you're earning anything below $10 per hour, you're being underpaid. Even at $10 per hour, you're being underpaid. But at least if you say you're $10 per hour, at least you're in the middle ground between those who are being really underpaid and those who are being paid high. Okay, and I'm going to be showing you all that. Now, if you stay until the end of this, you will learn my exact blueprints for landing high-paying clients. And I'm going to be giving it up to you, majorly the ones on Upwork. All right. So now, some of you may ask, who am I? Well, my name is Enaya Walter. I'm a 7-figure copywriter who has done over $600,000 in sales for my international clients. I've donated over 7,000 naira in sales for my international clients. I own my own agency, which is titled Conversions and Copy. And even though the agency has not like fully blown, I've made quite a lot of money from it, and as a single copywriter. Okay, I'm also a top-rated plus freelancer on Upwork. If you don't know what that is, it means that I'm one of the best freelancers on Upwork. And in aspects to freelancers on Upwork in Nigeria, you can put me among the 1% or below among the 1.00009% of top freelancers in Nigeria. So which means my work has been outstanding. My clients love me. I've been earning a lot because you also have to earn a huge amount, above $10,000 to become a top rated plus freelancer. And you have to get clients who are giving you big gigs to get to top rated plus, not just top rated, okay? So it's actually kind of like a big deal, but forget the titles. Let's get straight into this. Now, I've done a lot of things right. I've done a lot of things wrong, but I'm going to be talking about things I've done right here. I've generated over $600,000 for my clients. I've closed quite good gigs. I've gotten over $5,000 for one single work project, gotten over $2,500 for multiple work projects at different intervals. So I know what I am saying when I'm going to be teaching you everything I'm going to be teaching you here. And also, on the other hand, I've done a lot of things wrong. And how do I mean that I've done a lot of things wrong? Well, basically, in my early days, when I first started freelancing, I was being paid 10,000 naira per hour. What? That would have been good. Sorry about that. I was being paid 10,000 naira per month because I was majorly working for Nigerian client base. Okay, these Nigerians. I was handling the social media, and what they were doing for me was, I'll handle this. I'll upload products. I'll do this. I'll schedule the products. I'll create the content, that is the tweets or the Instagram posts they need. I have to come up with the caption and everything. And I'll do that. And then at the end of the month, for like 3 different Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and maybe that way I also write the extent of it. At the end of the month, what they give me is about what I get paid is 10,000 naira per month. So that's very small. That was my beginning stages as a freelancer. And at some point, I got up and I was like, I'm not going to do this again. I need to make money. I need to make money fast. So I said that I was going to start earning. If I need to make money fast, I need to start earning from international clients. And one thing you need to know about me, I have a strict no Nigerian policy rule. Now, I've had the chance to meet really, really, really big people in the Nigerian industry, like billionaires and the rest. And I have come to realize that they are actually high-paying clients in Nigeria. But I've already imposed this rule on myself from when I resigned from working for Nigerian clients, because I was working about 3 clients. I was earning like 30,000 naira per month, and this was not enough for me to feed myself alone, not even to talk of do other things. So when I decided this, I was like, I'm not going to work in Nigerian clients again, and I've kept to that rule. I don't take Nigerian clients. I don't work with Nigerians. I said I don't work with Nigerian clients. I said maybe it's a special request. Maybe one of my mentors said I should do this, but like said I actively seek out to work with a Nigerian client. So how much are they going to pay you? For a sales letter, they're going to tell you 500. If you tell your clients 500,000 naira for a sales letter, they'll be like, that's too much. But that's $1,000 for a sales letter. Meanwhile, people are writing sales letters for 3,000 naira. I've written one for $2,500. I mean, $3,000 is about almost 2 million, but 2,500 is about 1.5. So think about it. You don't want those kind of things because you want to work less, or how would I put it? You want to work less and earn more, or at the same time, you want to work the same rates and earn a lot more. You want to climb the ladder of making money fast, and you don't want to do that by working with Nigerian clients, okay? It's less stress. You get to stay at home all day. If you have lights, if you have this thing, stay in your air-conditioned room, you get to stay at home and do things from the comfort of your house. You also get to set your own hours, especially if you are really good at what you do, okay? So what I was doing initially, like in the story I told you, was I was working with low-paying clients. And why I was working with low-paying clients was then I was on that every tweet. I was like, hey, I actually was looking for clients on Twitter and Facebook at that time. And I was under the tweet, I was like, I can work for you this, I can create your digital content and everything. On Facebook, I will go on people's posts and be like, I can do this, I can do that. Basically, I was spamming out, I can do this, I can do that, I can help you manage your social media, I can help you grow your sales and everything. And obviously, people were not paying attention to me. Now, the few people who indeed pay attention to me were really, really cheap clients who wanted to pay me a very tiny amount for my work. Now, after doing this for quite some time, over 7 months, I said I learned the right way to actually do this. And this was after taking some courses and programs from other people, okay? Now, I discovered the right way to acquire high-paying foreign clients on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Upwork, which is what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. And if you stick with me, you're going to learn how to do this the easy way, because I discovered how to do this the hard way. But when you stick with this video, you're going to get things the easy way. You have to cut, you get to cut your journey short And my journey was actually even short for 7 months. Majority of people out there, they go for like 2 years and they're still earning peanuts because they don't know the right way. That's what I'm going to be showing to you there. But you now, right off the bat, if you're a newbie, or maybe you've been working for like a year or 2 years and you've been earning peanuts, you are going to get a cheat code to get it this thing. You're not going to be left to figure it out on your own. And that's what I'm going to show you. So the hard way, most people, I'm going to be using Upwork majorly as a reference here because of time. I know if this video gets too lengthy, a lot of people won't watch it to the end, and I want you to stick to the end. So I'm going to be using Upwork mainly as a reference. This is easiest. I can't start navigating through LinkedIn, Facebook, and everything because that will take a lot of time. So let's dive in. So the hard way, most people just sign up on Upwork and send countless of low quality proposals, and they will be like, "Oh, Walter, Upwork is racist. Upwork doesn't employ Nigerians. Upwork doesn't like Nigerians," and all of those beliefs they have in their head that Upwork is not going to actually hire them, or it's because of it's Upwork's fault or it's international client's fault, without taking responsibility or bringing responsibility to themselves that, this is my fault. What exactly am I doing wrong that is making me not get clients even after I've sent about 20 to 30 proposals? Okay, this was the same wrong thing I was doing in another manner of going under Facebook groups and they post on the comment section and just spamming my offers there and spamming that I do this, I'm a freelancer, I write for this, I do stuff like that. Okay, so I talk about spamming the Facebook comment sections and not treating their service like a business. And that's one thing I want you guys to take seriously here. If you're not treating it as a business, you get to look at it in a low end because you are like, you're already suffering from trauma of being paid in Naira, okay? So if someone tells you, I'm going to pay you 100,000 Naira per month, they themselves, most of the times, they start feeling like they are too big and they're like saving you from poverty. Meanwhile, you are still way below the poverty line with 100,000 Naira per month. So think about it. That's, and when you dive into freelancing, okay, you're not like, will they pay me this thing? If the client tell you $50, they'll be like $18 for this, just write this thing. Let me just do this thing, I beg. Make it not be like, say, I miss these clients. So that is the wrong way. I'm going to be teaching you, if you are treating your business, your freelancer, yourself as a freelancer, as a business, you are going to learn how to make this the right way, okay? You have more respect for yourself and for your business, and you'll be able to charge more. Now, if you want the easy way, I'll let you make at least a minimum of $250 every, $500 every month. In the current exchange rate, that's 250,000 Naira. And imagine if you just need 1 gig to get to earn $500 per month, and you're good to go, you're good to sell, you're good to make money, you know? So if you spend the whole of the month finding 1 or 2 gigs, which is $500, you make 500,000 Naira in a month. And it's way less stress. You don't have to turn up to a 9 to 5 every day and be like, you have to go through the road, stay in hold up, all the stress. You don't have to partake in any of that. So basically, I have made over $40,000 in the last 10 months. And if you calculate that, that's somewhere around, I think, between 16 to 20 million. Now, ideally, it will be 20 million, but I've lost some money to conversions, okay? I've had some bad exchange rates over the time. But basically, $40,000 in the past 10 months is quite a lot. Now, I know I can do better and I'll be doing better in the future, but let's just, $40,000 in the last 10 months, it's quite a lot. And I didn't have to beg any of my clients to do this. Now, on Upwork alone, I have made over $12,000. It actually should be $10,000, but Upwork has not proved it yet. So before it looks like I'm talking bullshit or anything, let me just show you it's on my Upwork account, okay? So this is what I'm actually comfortable sharing. So we'll go to my profile first. Let's click on it. So you can see it. I'm actually in Canada, and you can see it's 100% job success rate, and you can see I'm a top rated plus. Top rated plus talent is highly rated for work on large contracts. So you see, I know what I'm saying. Large contracts, contracts that they pay you serious bar. I'm not talking $10, $5. I'm talking about anything from $500 upwards. And I can see 10K plus earning here, but if we go over to my stats, you'll get to see it's fully there. So let's see what it shows. As you can see, my 12 months earning, it's that I've been on Upwork for the past 4 months. In the last 4 months, that's where I made $12,000. So I've been making money on other platforms, and I was like, hey, let me just try Upwork as a joke. I felt like I should try this. I just test my skills out there. And then I started making some decent cash off it. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll take this as my side. I'll still be working with my clients off LinkedIn and Facebook. And as you can see here, that's 12,735. That's over 6 million naira in the last 4 months. So I was averaging at least 2 million naira per month. Now, you see how this is. Like, I just had to sit at my house. I just had to stay at home and make that amount of money. Like, even if it was $12,000, $12,000 in the last 10 months, that would still be like 6 million naira. And that's actually quite a decent amount. But I'm just showing you guys how much possible it is for you to make that amount. For me to make $12,000 in just 4 months of Upwork, it shows that I've been doing something right, okay? Now, these results are not limited to only me. I have coached students in the past and I've helped them. I also have current students who I've helped make this amount. So now you can see from my students, Joyce, she was like second sales call. I just closed the clients with a crying emoji. Like, crazy, what price did you guys finally agree on? It was like 2,500. She was creating a full sales funnel from Facebook ads to the email sequences the clients would need, to the landing pages the client would need, to the sales letter and the VSLs the client would need. And I was like, clearly, I was trying to get her to close this job because it was quite a little bit bulky, in my opinion. I was trying to get her to close the job at least $4,000, but still, being an intermediate, she was not really fully experienced. She ended up closing it at $2,500, and which is kind of surprising because we are the ones saying, we might know they work, but like, she actually did this, and if she can do it, you can do it too. And you can look at Tosin here. Tosin is a guy actually, and you can see, if you scroll down here, you can see we were talking about the project he just done, like, so $20 per hour. That's like, for 10 hours per listen, that's like $200 per week, right? So at the end of the week, at the end of the month, he earns about $800 per hour. You see how that makes sense? $800. Now that's almost this thing. $1,000 is 500,000. So that's about, let's just put it, 400,000 per month from one client alone. You're not going to just put all your hope on one client. You got to work with multiple clients if you want to make the most money. So there are different models to making money as a freelancer. I'll have to treat it as a business. Now, one model, you can find a single high-paying client, one who can pay you $2,000, $5,000 per month. Our retainers are where the jobs are, where the money is, okay? Now, that one, you're making like 1 million, 2 million per month without you looking for jobs, and that's a good model. A simpler model would be to get $500 gigs 4 times that month, and you've made 1 million naira. If you go to 2 times that month, you've made this thing. If you get $1,000 gigs twice that month, you've made 1 million naira. If you got it 4 times that month, you've made 2 million naira. And you see how easy this is. When you get that, all that matters now is for you to know how to position yourself strategically to get these jobs. Okay. Now, disclaimer: the results may vary. Okay, they are not specific to. This was actually a typo. So results are not vary. So the results may vary. They're not specific to an individual. So I do not know if it's good. One thing I have noticed is students who have taught, or people who have taught that had a skill before, get to make their success earlier than than people who did not have a skill. Okay, so if you don't have a skill, you have to go through that whole process of learning how to. Where's my water? You have to go through the process of learning how to. Sorry about that. So you have to go through the process of learning your skill, mastering it. Actually, you don't have to master it to perfection, but you have to master it to a certain level of extent before you start selling it, okay? Because one thing is, I don't like people getting bad reviews. It shortens your distance. The more 5-star reviews you're getting, the more you are satisfying your clients, the more you can charge clients higher. The more you can charge that same clients. If you charge them $500 for that job, you can charge them $1,000 for that job. Do you see where I'm coming from? So you're not a scammer. You're basically offering your services, and that's why I say treat it like a business. When you treat it like a business, you have full respect for yourself and you don't have to worry about any of these things. So now I'll be teaching you 4 hacks here, which is how to go from $0 to $6,000 on Upwork. and the shortest time possible. Basically, I went from 0 to 6,000 plus on Upwork in like 2 months. And I'll be showing you how you can do that too. The LinkedIn outbound masterclass, the Facebook client acquisition system, and mindset, one of the greatest, most high-paid secrets that high-paid freelancers use in our world today, okay? So the first talk I'll be teaching you is how to go from 0 to 6,000 on Upwork. Now, Upwork is a platform where you get to go and meet people who are looking for freelancers to work for them. Now, ideally, if you don't use Upwork well, Upwork can be a place where you get really, really, really low paying gigs. You're getting $100 gigs, you're getting $200 gigs, you're getting $200 gigs. Those are low paying gigs, you're getting $50 gigs. Now, you don't want that to be this thing. So if we use Pareto's principle here, we'll say 20% of freelancers earn 80% of the millions in dollars that are coming into Upwork every week. And then the remaining 80% are scavenging the rest on the smallest thing. They're the ones earning the peanuts, are the ones earning $50 here, this thing, $100 there, and this thing, okay? What I want to show you is how, if you are in that 80%, you can move to the 20% who are earning the bulk amount of cash, the lion's share of cash. Or if you're a newbie, you get to move to the lion's share without spending time being a cheap freelancer. Don't be a cheapskate, okay? It's very possible. Don't degrade yourself because you are a Nigerian and because you're from Africa. So that's what I'll be showing you here. I will be giving you a brief intro into how you can do it. So let's continue. So now we'll go back to my Upwork account, okay? So now you go to find work. Now to create an Upwork account, it's actually quite easy. If you're watching this, you're probably watching it either on my YouTube channel or you're watching it on my website. But if not, you can just send me a DM on WhatsApp. I'll leave a link to connect to me at the bottom of this video wherever I post it. And you'll be like, what, I want to learn how to open a career. I will send you the video, or you can check Walter Eni Naya on YouTube and you get to see me. And then you check it. I show you how to open an Upwork account, okay? But don't open an Upwork account if you don't have a skill. Don't open an Upwork account if the skill you have, you're not sure about it. You don't know, I'm not too strong in this thing, no. I mean, don't rush. Money is not running anywhere. You want to do this the precise way. And because if you rush, you say you watch this now, I'm recording this on September 8th, okay? So now you watch this on September 10th or something and you rush and you want to do everything before September 15th. It's not going to work like that, but you take your time, you figure out the skill you're going to offer, because some people have multiple skills. And one thing, you have to figure out which skill is lucrative. Okay, is more than just having a skill. That skill has to be lucrative too, all right? It has to be something that people are willing to pay you top dollar for. All right, so when you figure out the skill, you use that profile to open your Upwork so you don't make any fucking mistakes. Once you don't make any mistake, now you know that at least you have set yourself on the right path. It's not, the race is not for the sweet, but it's kind of slow and steady to earn the big amounts, okay? You don't want a scenario where you rush and within the next 2 months now you're earning $100 a year, $200 a year, $200 a year. But you want a scenario where even if you don't rush, at least you take maybe a week or 2 weeks or something, you let it marinate into you, then you're earning at least $500, $1,000, $2,000 per month. There's a very big difference with that, because at the end of the day, what you're looking for is money. You're looking to earn higher, okay? So we get to my Upwork account. Let's say we're assuming you've opened the account now, all right? And then you see jobs, all right? So you're like rockstar advertorial copywriter, direct response. This is an Upwork Plus client, and this job was posted, they didn't show me 39 minutes ago. So let's click on the job, all right? Now the rockstar advertorial listen. One thing I teach you guys how to do is to go here. You read this, sure, definitely have to read this before you send a proposal. But you want to know about the client first. So the client is a plus client, okay? This client has made payments to get the top freelancers. The client is located in the United States. At the time now, it's 12:49 p.m. there. So that's probably EST, Eastern time zone. And then we'll go up. Let's continue scrolling up. So you see the client has spent $30,000 in total, and I've hired only 20 people. So that's like the client pays. You know, the client is a high-paying client because the average hourly rate for hire is 26.62. The average hourly rate for the client, the client pays his freelancers is $26. And if you come over here, you look at the hourlies, he's budgeting it at $25,000 to $75,000. So this client is one of those clients that know that, hey, I want to pay you. These are how you vet for clients who are going to pay you well on Upwork. I've given you guys like a very nice, unique secret, because most people just come, they just start applying to any job. And no, you don't want to do that. Another thing you want to check before you're applying, you want to check if the client's payment method is verified. Although that doesn't matter, if the client meets your criteria or the client has existed, you apply. But before you guys start the project, make sure you tell the client to verify their payment method. This is so that Upwork can collect your money from the client easily, even if the client starts to fuck up along the way. Okay, you want to have your money cash at hand. Okay, so now read through this. We're like required writing avatar for e-commerce direct response. Use native platform Taboola, Outbrain, etc. and Facebook. If you do not meet these requirements, please do not express interest. We are looking to bring a direct response corporate as what our e-commerce marketing agency. We will consider part-time or full position and freelancers. Our copywriting needs preferred experiences, performance marketing, direct response, Facebook marketing, video scripts, editorials, product sales pages. Role will be working closely with market, creative, and video teams, support content needs. Heavy focus on ad copy, landing page, and sales copy, video ad scripts, email copy, advertorials, and similar projects. Please reach out to schedule an interview. Please provide samples related to marketing, brand marketing, Facebook ads, sales pages, advertorials. Okay. So you look at it, and if you want to apply for this, you have to make it personalized. So you'll be like, hey, let's look for the client's name if you can get that. I already have a video showing you guys how to do this. So this was the best Upwork client I've had. Pleasure working with you. It was professional, helpful, and professional. They didn't mention his name here. No, they didn't mention his name here. Great customer. So you have to look for which freelancer gave him a review and mention his name. I'm not saying anybody mentioning his name here. Okay. So like Melissa, but we know he's not Melissa. And you know that from what this thing, you already know that it's a team that is going through this thing. Oh, that's not from me. Sorry, I misread that. So the client's name is not here. But normally, sometimes you get to see freelancers dropping their reviews and be like, they will call the client's name. So it might be Ethan, and you hear them repeatedly calling the name Ethan, and then you know the client name Ethan. So you can go there when you submit a proposal, you'll be like, hi, Ethan. I am an editorial copywriter who worked for Facebook, who has written several Facebook ads and listed. I'm excited to work for your e-commerce company. So a question for you. What type of products are you selling in e-commerce, and this thing, how long are you doing, all those kind of things that gets the clients to click on your proposal and read it. They send you a text, you guys schedule an interview, you get on this call. Yes, you have to get on the call. You can't start saying, this thing, that find the conducive environment to get on the call. One reason most Nigerians don't get hired, aside from people feeling like Nigeria is disqualified, it's reducing their chances, is when they get an interview, they're a little bit sketchy about getting on the call. They're like, they're squirmish, like, why? Like, but no, get on the call. When you get on the call, you get your clients to trust you. And if your clients can trust you, that's it. If your clients can trust you, you know, then you are going to get the job. They trust you and they see that you are the guy who can do the job. But most people are scared of doing this. And probably they think your accent is not good enough, or they're just going to disqualify you because you are black. But already you're going to be using your Nigerian profile. Your face is going to be there. So they already know you're black. So you just have to get on the call, answer their questions, ask them intelligent questions, and you close the clients. Okay. So that'll be that for this thing. Let's continue. So the second hack I'll be teaching you is in LinkedIn Outbound Masterclass. Now I have gotten my highest paying clients from LinkedIn. LinkedIn is an absolute beautiful place to work. I'll be showing you the hacks I use there. Like, LinkedIn is a business platform. Forget the whole people looking for journalists. It's a business platform. So people there are expecting to meet business people and expecting to meet people who are business inclined. All right. Now, once you get there, they're expecting to be pitched. And I'll show you how you can make connections, get up to 500 plus connections, get this thing, go from resumes to code message the CEOs and the chief executive officers of whatever role you're applying for in your company on LinkedIn, get to connect with them and get to schedule an interview and get that job with them. And they are one of the highest payers because they take that minimum wage thing very, very serious. Okay. So they're like, I'm not going to earn below $16. That's for US. So, since they will pay you $16 per hour, they'll pay you $20 per hour, they'll pay you $30, they'll pay you $50 per hour. And they give you a lot of this. They give you a lot of free space to work, especially if you're working Like if you're working with you're either in tech, it doesn't matter as long as you're working remotely. If you get a high-paying client, they're going to give you free space. It's the low-paying clients that want to have all your time. These guys, I call them energy vampires, because that's how life is. If it's cheap, they are scared. I don't know, they have this scarcity mindset. So they want everything out of it. They want you to be on their beck and call 247. But it isn't like that in this. I've worked with a PST client that was the Pacific time zone, where I had to work from like 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. to like 3 in the morning. And all I had to do, if work was not flowing too much that day, I was still getting billed for hours also. If there's no work that day, I'm still going to get my this thing, $35 per hour this thing. And it's like this thing. Let's just put 8 hours per day. So I was still going to make over $20 that day or $300 that day. I don't have to do the math now. So yes, I'm going to make over $200 that day. Only if there was no much distance sent my way that day. All I had to do, I had to like put an alarm every 1 hour. Maybe you send something, I check it out. Or maybe I can working on other clients' projects. And if they beep me up and I'm like, hey, yeah, let's go with this. I will continue the job. Most of the time, so if you're not even required to be online at the distance, except we're having a marketing meeting or they're having a meeting where they need you to be briefed. Okay, so that's beside the point. So the LinkedIn Outbound Masterclass is one of the best places you can get jobs. I have my student now here. He has gotten 2 $1,000 clients from LinkedIn, like within just only August. August I just passed now, so he got $1,000 at the beginning, got $1,000 at the ending. That's $2,000. So basically, with very minimal stress and workload, he has made 1 million naira. And he's very lucky. He got paid in Bitcoin. So he was receiving about $520 and this thing, 520 naira per dollar he exchanged. That's like 1.1 million. Okay, so we'll move forward. Now the third hack is the Facebook client acquisition system. Now I told you earlier that at the beginning, what I was doing is I was going to Facebook groups. So if you're a graphics designer, if you're just, you know who your target clients are, right? So you know you're going to be working with people who companies or businesses who are looking for who are looking for your services. So you go to these groups where they are. And what I was doing, basically me, myself, I was going there, like I was trying to target the e-commerce industry. Like I can write a product description for you for this amount. I was like, I can write a product description. If I don't care this thing, I'll just write it for you. I was posting basically bullshit content on people's this thing. Sorry about that. On people's this thing comments, or like someone makes a really interesting post, and my comments had nothing to do with it. I'll be posting it. That's basically I was spamming it all around. And sure, I got some attention. Definitely have to get some attention. Then I got some few clients here and there, $200, $100, $50, all the way up to, I didn't even get up to $200. I started getting $200 when I started doing things a little bit the right way, which was creating content that I observed that people in the group needed in relation to copywriting. I started getting people DMing me. I broke my first barrier of getting $300 gig. And after I'd gotten that, I was stuck within this thing, $100 to $200 gigs. Definitely looking at money now. So if you get like this thing, 200 gigs a month, that's $800. Like I'm making about 400,000 naira. Okay, if you get like 300 gigs, I'm making like $1,200. Do you see how simplified this is? I'm using the word simple because I want you to register it in your head that while this may be simple, it is not easy. It's going to require hard work, and you're going to be required to do some certain things to make sure that you push through with this every day. Okay, so now let's move to the next one. This thing. Oh, I didn't add the mindset aspect. So basically, the next thing you're going to be learning from, which was the hack 4, which we covered here, was going to be your mindset, the one seeking most high-paid freelancers just to keep advancing in today's world. And that's one thing I want you guys to think about, okay? So if you have to think about the mindsets most freelancers are using. Most people come into this like it's a get-rich-quick scheme. And no, it's not. Basically, I'll be honest with you, it is, but only if you put in the work. And I don't mean like you have to know what you are doing. So basically, why I call it a get-rich quick scheme in that aspect is because as I am now, okay, I don't really work much every day. Some days I work 8 hours, some days I work 12 hours. But that 12 hours, that means I've worked, I just want to work, get everything done and everything, and the rest of it, okay? And then I work 3 hours, I don't even work a day and I still get paid. Okay. Now, for my level, or like from what I just said, if I was working in a Nigerian company, the most I will be earning, the most will be 300,000 naira a month. Say it too much. It too much. 7,000 naira a month. Say you over too much, you like God's blessings are too much on you on a Nigerian job. 500 is not, it's not going to reach. They're not going to pay you 500,000 naira a month for that. And that's just how it is, because Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world. Our earning capacity is low. While over there, the earning capacity is high, and also the spending capacity is high. Now, imagine you go over there, because they know their spending capacity is high over there. You get paid there, and you're earning high, and you're coming here to our purchase power, which is low, to spend your money. Think about it. That's a lot of money you have. You won't even notice this whole thing when people are telling bro. Sure, you have to say it so you relate with your mates, if you're a young guy like me, or even if you're a married man, you can be like, Wario, this thing. But you will notice, because if the dollar rate goes up, your money goes up. Simple, no stress. So we agree that we have spent a lot of time on this. All right. Now, I didn't want to make this long because I wanted to capture your attention throughout this thing. I don't want a situation where you start drifting off and you don't get to understand everything I am teaching you. So obviously, we can't cover everything up in 30 minutes to 1 hour. Even if you had all day, I couldn't just teach you everything once, because of, number one, time is limited. Number two, brain saturation. So you staying long, a lot of people have long attention spans to learn something throughout and the rest of it. Now, I have a special offer for you as you are stayed to the ending of this. And if you stay true to it, then you're going to get it. So let's continue. So one thing I want you guys to know is that old habits die hard. It's easy to continue doing what you're doing. So if you're a freelancer who is earning $300 per month, $400 per month, you might feel comfortable because you might want to resist change. And people are apt to resisting change because they don't know what it may bring. But if you can't change, you're not going to earn more. Now you're a newbie and you're like, it's freelancing for me. What service can I offer? I don't know graphics design. I don't know copywriting. I don't know UI UX design. I'm not a funnel builder. I'm not this thing, a programmer and the rest. You might say, how am I going to get it? This thing is too long. I cannot start now, all kind of things. But here's the bummer. If you don't start today, which is 8th of September, in the next in the next 2 years, you still be at the same place. No change, no skill acquired, no high-paying clients giving you money. Probably you'll be at working at a Nigerian job, 100K a month, 200K a month, and then you might start feeling depressed because obviously the pressure is going to be a lot and it can affect your mental health. And I don't want that for you, okay? There are easier ways to do things. There are better ways to do things in this life. Now, which really I'm about to share with you, okay? Basically, some of the best programs that have actually has helped thousands or let's say hundreds of people. Like I have hundreds of people who have gotten their first gigs, who have learned, who have actually motivated to learn skills, and they start getting paid in top dollar. All right. So I'm going to introduce to you the high paid freelancer premium, how to get high paid international clients easily. And I put the word easily. I should have made it simply actually, because I'm going to show you a step-by-step process that shows you how you get these clients without stress. Like you know where the clients are. All you have to do is position yourself to get these clients. You don't have to start second guessing yourself when you are applying to get these clients. Okay, like you go to LinkedIn, you know how to target the company CEO. You know, if you're a copywriter, you're a marketer, digital marketer, you know how to target the marketing executive. If you're a programmer, you know how to target their IT, the head of IT and everything. You know how you're going to use this, both on Upwork, how you structure your proposal, how you filter the clients you're applying to their jobs to. You know how to use everything, or even on this thing, Facebook. You know how to do all of this to get those high-paying clients. Now, I love this because I love earning dollars because it doesn't require you to earn more stress. Because basically, getting a $2,000 per month is quite simple. It's a straightforward process, okay? It's a straightforward process. It's not that easy. It might take you some time, like take you 2 weeks, take you 1 week if you're just take you a month. But it's a straightforward process, all right? And once you get that, you forget everything. Imagine any 1 million naira per month, like you will forget all the stress you went through, because most people give up and they drop along the way. And most people don't even, what am I saying? Most people don't even get to know this information I'm sharing with you. So let's continue. So what you are going to get is the full distance, how to go from 0 to 600 to $6,000 of Upwork in 3 months or less. Now the value of this is over 200,000 naira. Let me correct that because it can be $20,000. Come down. Now, what this does is that what you learn from me is how to get your very, very, very first client on Upwork, how you structure your profile, how you let your profile connect with your proposal, how you find clients. I showed you guys briefly how I vet for clients, how I and my students vet for clients and get them and get to apply for those jobs. So you get to get your first job on Upwork, no matter what it is. For some people, it's over $300. I had a girl reaching out to me today when I was early today, around kind 11 a.m. And she was like, by the way, don't mind my time over here. This is not my time zone. So, and she was like, I just got my first, she got her first job. And what she had earned was $280. Now that's about almost 100,000 naira. That's more than 100,000 naira. Sorry about that. That's more than 100,000 naira on her first listing. It's a brief gig. She only worked in total 9 hours. 9 hours to earn 100,000 naira. Come on now, you reason it. That's good cash. That's good cash. And that's one thing that any enroller should do. And that's this example I'm giving you. She was my student. She's my student, and it's from Upwork for her first gig. I will show you the picture down the line as we continue going. Now, the next thing you get from me is the LinkedIn Outbound Masterclass. Now, most people like to do client acquisition. So one of the best ways you can get high-paying clients is to get them to come to you. But I have been in this game for quite some time. I can tell you that LinkedIn, you have to go to them. We call it, me and my mentor, we call it the big fish. You want to get big fish, the big fishes don't easily come to you. You have to go out to get them. Like even when you're getting $2,000 clients, if you're getting $2,000 clients, you have to go out to them to get that $5,000, $10,000 per project client. Those are the big fishes you have to go out to meet, and you find them easily on LinkedIn. They're everywhere. Fortune 500 companies are there, Fortune 1000 companies are there. So if you know how to use yourself, upcoming business owners are there. If you know how to manage yourself well, then you can get there. So that's the value of that is over 200,000 naira, because if you're getting one job from there, I don't expect you to be getting anything below $1,000. And I said this earlier, some people were like, but my students probably, like one of my first students who got jobs on LinkedIn, got the first client at $1,000. I was like, because LinkedIn, they are high personals there. Don't gonna start joining all Nigerians and start connecting with Nigeria there and there. Please focus on the international client base. And that's what I'm going to be showing you, how to pinpoint this target base in your niche. If you're a graphics designer, if you are a programmer, if you're a UX designer, if you're a copywriter, because me, I'm a copywriter, I'm going to show you how to get there. Then the Facebook lead acquisition system, I'm going to be showing you how to use both inbound and outbound marketing to get clients on Facebook group, funnel them from their Facebook groups down to your profile, or even from the Facebook, get them to DM me direct, or how you comment strategically. Don't go and do what I was doing at the beginning where I was spamming. You don't have to, you comment strategically. It might not even look at video talking about the services you offer, but that comment will get the person to check your profile. And from checking your profile, they'll send you a DM like, hey, let's say your name is, let's say my name also. Let's say your name is Walter. Like, hey Walter, how do you do this and stuff like that? With live examples, everything I'm going to be showing you is going to be in video, audio, and PDF formats. Like, you're going to see my Facebook account, you're going to see my LinkedIn account, how I've done it, you're going to see my Upwork account and everything I've done it, because I teach what I have done. And along the line, there are going to be more modules added to this and everything. And it has to be something I have done, I have achieved before I teach it out, okay? Because I want you to get that 100% listening. And now you will get the mindsets. I hammer a lot on mindsets, because mindset is, for you to achieve success, you have to be in the right state of mind. And most people never get there. They don't get there because they want things too fast, or they are too weak-minded. So I have to prep your mind for it, okay? Because I'll tell you one thing, it's very possible that when you join this program, the first 10 gigs, you don't get the first 10 proposals, you don't get a job. Maybe next 15, you don't get a job. 20, you don't get. And at the 25th one, you get a job of $1,000. You pay, the money clicks into your account, check out, you look 500,000 naira. You forget all the negative emotions that were starting to brew in you when you were sending out those earlier proposals. And most people can't handle that. They're always my mental health, I'm feeling depressed and everything. And that's what the mindset model is tackling. It's building you to be a winner. I don't work with people who are not winners. I don't work with people who are not willing to work, who are not willing to put in the work to go after their goals and achieve financial independence, especially if you are young and you want to make this money at a young age. Don't start waiting till like you're 30 plus before you start making money. If you're 30 plus and you're watching this video, this also applies to you. There is no time for you to go and start waiting for you to do this, achieve that, achieve this before you start seeing results, okay? So now who have this worked for? Like I told you, this works for freelancers. And this is Tosin, a web designer. He got a gig. He was the one I showed you earlier that got a gig at $200 per distance and earning like $200 every week. That's $800. Now, let me bust your mind. Along with that, I'll show you this. Tosin has also earned a gig to design a website at this thing, $850. So basically, he earned his 1 month salary for one website he was building. And he's going to continue achieving more under my tutelage. Now I have Ibrahim. Ibrahim has earned as a copywriter, has earned gigs on Upwork, has earned $500 gigs, $300 gigs, has earned $700 gigs on Upwork. And I'll be showing you their testimonials down the line. The pictures are all there, okay? Now we have Joshua, a graphic designer. Joshua was like, Walter, I just got my first gig. I'm so excited. And these are people I've been teaching. They're very fresh jobs at Upwork. They're getting it. So it's not a matter of, will this work for me? I told you this because it worked for a web designer, a copywriter, a graphic designer, a content creator, a copywriter. And it worked for programmers, a programmer too. But I don't want to start filtering through all the massive screenshots I've taken about my student success stories and everything. I didn't really have time for that because I was trying to save time while making this PowerPoint presentation for you guys. Fadula is the one, she's the one who got paid $280 today, okay? And I'll be showing it to you. So you can see on that review, this should be from Ernest. This was like, bro, I owe you a lot. Ever since I took your advice, I've been getting lots of interviews. I finally got a project to design a website for $1,300. Thank you, sir. What is $1,300 in today's conversion rate? That should be about 1,150,000 naira. Now, you can see here, he said, getting a lot of interviews. So it's one thing to be sending out proposals and not getting a response. Another thing to be sending out proposals and getting an interview. And maybe you might not close your first interview, you might not close your second interview. That's part of business. That's why I am so insistent that people who are doing this, you like to treat this like a business. Because it's one thing to be feeling discouraged that, but once that money enters your account, boom, boom, you look at it, like there's this joy. It's an inexplicable joy, okay? So let's look at another testimonial. Now this is from Ernest. Ernest was like, this client has made the payments, but I still don't know how to go about the withdrawal. And it was like, it was available. Basically, he wanted me to tell him how he was going to withdraw that amount. And it was quite simple. Okay? He was like, listen, 500. I just told him to input his payments method here and get it. Now, this is on that person's first gig, and this was hourly. I also advise people to go for hourly jobs because they pay more. 500, let's say Upwork have taken their fee here since it's already available. This is $519. Exchange it at a good exchange rate. You're making that's almost 270,000 naira for 1 week of work. Think about it. That's a lot of money that you can make if you're willing to put in the work, learn your skill, or if you already have your craft, and use this and sell this into an international audience. All right. So next we look at Tomiwa. I was like, bro, I think you've had this Upwork thing. Applied to 2 jobs yesterday, got the 2 interviews. And you see, because you want to know your conversions are working. Basically, how you know this is that when you apply to jobs, you're getting interviews. And with interviews, the more we in the freelance world, like the more no's you get, the closer you are to getting a yes. So if you get interviews, know that the clients are seeing something in you and they're giving you a chance to prove yourself. Okay, so maybe you might be a little bit rough around the edges there. We will talk about that in the outbound listing. I'll teach you guys how to close sales calls on it. Like, because some people are usually a little bit camera shy and everything. Don't pay attention to that. You use your normal accent and talk like that, and you close these jobs, you close these clients. And what even gets you to close clients most times is not how you answer their questions, but how you question them. And I'll be showing you how to ask intuitive questions. Like, get clients to be like, damn, man, this guy knows his stuff, and stuff like that. Okay. Now, I had two options. I could have made this program extremely cheap. Like, basically, I don't want to share most of my screenshots. You've seen that I've earned over $40,000 in the last 10 months. You've seen my Upwork screenshots alone. It's not even a screenshot because I showed it to you here. And you've seen that I've made over $12,000. Now, if I could have made this at the price of 3,000 Naira and sell it to 1,000 people. If I run ads, people are going to buy it. People are going to flock in. Like, people made that 5,000 Naira, people will get it. 10,000 Naira, people would have gotten it too. And it's very cheap. People would have rushed it because they know that they've seen my students' testimonials, they've seen everything, and they know that, this works. Okay, but before we dive into that, let's get into this. This was copywriter required. It was the guy I told you. This is that guy. This is the contract. This is Fadula Aziz, the one I told you at N280. It was like $10 per hour, 40 hours a week. So you see how this is. So he probably didn't work all the hours that week, but $10 per hour for 40 hours a week, that's $400 every week. If you can work, if it's a high time when there's a lot of work and you work $400 every week, $400, next week 800, next week 1,2, next week 1,600, anyone that's $10 per week, that's over, sum everything up to almost 800,000 Naira per month, just working from your house. You're not going to go and start. You don't have to. I'm using my office chair now. My laptop's on top of my office chair, so I'm doing this video. I don't feel like staying on my office chair. You can stay on your bed and work from it. You can work from your phone, especially if you're into writing. Okay, if you're a graphic designer, maybe something that needs laptop, you might need a laptop. But if you're this thing, you can write from your phone and just send it. You can use your phone to attend the meetings. And when you earn enough, you can buy a high-end laptop that makes everything smoother for you. So let's continue. And the second option requires a little higher investments, but in exchange, you can devote more. I devoted more resources to guarantee you that you actually make it in this game, because I've been getting reviews, I've been getting testimonials back to back. I didn't just feel like making it a major part, but when you get on the website, or if you go to my website, you will see the testimonials. They're there back to back. A whole lot of testimonials from people who are getting gigs. So I've gotten 2,500 gigs, I've gotten 1,000 gigs, so I've gotten 100 gigs. And no, it's not limited to only high paying gigs. Some people are getting, some newbies are getting maybe $70 gig. Some people are getting $40 gigs. But this is the beginning. And you know that after that, that's giving them the confidence that, oh, more, this thing works. And they put in the work, implementing everything I've taught them, and it increases, the money increases, okay? Because success is a compilation of your small wins to get that big win. Not everyone hits a home run from the beginning. Now, just to reiterate, this is what you're going to get, how to go from 0 to 600,000 Upwork. You will see the page. I will share the websites down below on this video, or the link will be shared with you, and you will get to see everything you get under here, how to get your first gig, how to, I already explained everything here, the LinkedIn outbound masterclass at a 200,000, the Facebook acquisition system, 100,000, mindset, no matter rate that most freelancers use to keep advancing today's world, 100,000 Naira value. Because if you want to get a personal coach to frame your mind in that, they charge a fucking ton. They charge a lot for coaching, just mindset, to get you to put in the right state of mind. You see billionaires paying thousands in dollars, some pay very high to rewire their mind to get to things. And this is one of the things I'm going to be doing to you, to rewire your mind and structure it and make you laser focused for success. Now, you will be getting a bonus module, my kick-ass copywriting course. This is the kick-ass copywriting course. It's designed to take you from beginner to a very good copywriter who gets well paid for the job and produces advertorials, copies, and everything that clients are like, damn, this is nice. Take my money. They pay you, and you get to know more about marketing. This is what this bonus model is about. This bonus model is for those that are like, hey, Walter, I don't have a skill. How do I go about it? Learn copywriting. This model is available to everyone. So if you're a graphic designer, it's important to learn copywriting. This way, you know how you sell yourself online, okay? You don't just sell yourself anyhow. You know how you sell yourself and make the most out of it. So this copywriting model will teach you the skill from scratch. If you've never written copy in your life before, you're just hearing copywriting for the first time. It's more about writing for marketing. You get to do that with this model. So then we get the bonus one. That module on its own is worth over 200,000. If I like people who have gotten only copywriting from me, I've told them at 50,000 naira alone. And that's why I'm about to show you that this is a very special offer to you as you are watching this. So they get the bonus one, lifetime access to my members only support group. Now with this group, things you do is you get to get on periodic meetings with me. Yes, I don't let my students, I love post-portrait support so much because why I know some people are really fast learners and pickers, they just learn everything and get it up. Some people take a little bit more time. So with these meetings, when you get access to this, you can ask me questions. You even get to ask me questions in the DM or in the group chats, and you get them answered by me or students who are already a step above you, have some knowledge that you don't have. They answer it for you. Then with the periodic meetings, I'll be sharing you new strategies, new ideas that you can use to earn more as a freelancer. And the best part about this is that this course is not just take this program, not just, hey, take it, go and do your distance. With the post-portrait support, and over time, I'll be adding better things, adding more things to help you learn better, including the copywriting I was talking about here. If I get to partner with someone else who really knows what they're doing, and I trust, the person will create a copywriting or on that course for me, maybe in graphics and everything, and I'll add it there. Those who want to learn it, they will learn it. And this way, you get to have a really good digital skill and make a lot of money as a young guy, young girl in Nigeria, and earning dollars. That's the best way to live your life easily. So this bonus 2, how to pick any skill, master it and sell it in 2021. So this is a PDF where you learn top skills that get you to be paid really, really well. And you get resources from where you can learn them both for free and paid. And when you start selling these services in 2021, you start making money out of them. That's a PDF module, okay? Now, the bonus 3, closer secrets, how to close more deals by asking the right questions. We talked about this earlier. I told you guys are going to be landing a shit ton of interviews. And when you're landing this amount of interviews, you want to be able to ask the clients intuitive questions. They'll be like, oh, my, this guy knows what he talk. This guy knows what he's saying. Like he has some idea about this work. He sorry about that. He relates with me. He kind of understands what I want. That's what this bonus is going to be teaching you guys. It's going to be a PDF and also a video module of it. So bonus 4, 3 payments gateways to receive your money, which are not PayPal, because everybody is PayPal. PayPal will fuck you up. PayPal has fucked me up, and it has fucked people up. It will fuck people up. Even if you create a verified PayPal account, that's quite easy. I see people charging for that. But PayPal, it's going to I'm going to teaching you. I'm going to give you a PDF of this that lets you receive your money in Nigeria without qualms, because it can be quite difficult. And I've lost quite a few gigs in the past because I was like, there was a client I remember very vividly. There was a client at $1,700. Come and receive payments. This guy could not send money. And he didn't want to use Bitcoin. So I was just running Helter Skelter, and it was so fucking difficult. So I'm going to make sure that is easier for you, okay? Now, what you're going to get, not this. So if all this did was give you a $500 gig twice a month, would it be worth it? So that's what I'm asking you now. The price for this program is just 25,000 naira. If you get it now till the ending of September, the price is going to be 25,000 naira. Now, at 25,000 naira, that's way below $100. Now, let's say your first gig is $100. You've already made times 2 of your investments. Now, let's say you work hard that month, you not get too many gigs or something like that, and you just made only $500 for that month. That is 250,000 naira. That's over a 10 times investment on your listing. And the best part, you get to keep all this knowledge to yourself. It's all to you. Like nobody's taking it away from you. It's always going to be on the site. You can also download the videos and download the materials. Like you can use it for this, you can use it in the future, and everything is going to help you and make you a better person. So far, individual all around in life. Okay. So we go to $2,000 per month. Will it be worth it? $5,000 projects each month. Would it be worth it? So I want you to answer that question. If you got just one, let's say you took this program and you did not put too much effort, you did not follow everything I said you should do. So maybe you just did, and maybe after a month you got a $1,000 gig, a $1,000 project. That's 500,000 naira. you have already gotten times 20 of what you invested. Now imagine if you follow everything I teach you, you take it consistently, treat it as a business, and you're getting like $1,000 every month, or $5,000 a month, 2 months. That's when you get to the high end of it. Maybe you already have a skill, that will be more for you. You get $2,000 every month, or $500 gigs 4 times a month. That's $2,000 a month. Think about it. Like you're making like 1 million every month for something you got at 25,000 naira only. Think about it. So I will leave that for you to answer. So what is financial independence? What to you? Now, if I told you that I would give you this for 1 million naira, and you are guaranteed to make one, if you pay me 1 million naira now, you're guaranteed to be making 1 million naira every month, or 2 million naira every month, till whenever. That's if there are 12 months in the year. So if you have more than 10 times return on investment, okay, for 1 million naira, you don't have to work for it or this thing. You just know that it's guaranteed that it's going to come to you, but you're going to have to work for it or something like that a little bit. But it's a sure way that guarantees that you're making an amount of money every single month, no delay, nothing, no hiccups and errors. What would it be worth to you? People will pay as much as 1 million naira, 2 million naira, if you were sure, like 100% sure. And one thing I can give you that I am 100% sure this will work if you follow everything I teach you. Because sometimes people don't follow everything. So you have to be different. And you have to, this is, like I said, this is a very simple, straightforward method, but you have to be willing to put in the work, okay? You can't do this half-assed and expect to make the most out of it. If you do it half-assed, what you're going to be earning is $200, $500, $1,000. But if you do this with your full mind, my dear, you're going to make a lot of money. Like, think about it now. I was averaging over almost 3 million naira every month in the last 10 months. Think about it. So how much would you pay to get a steady stream of high-paying clients that ensure that your pockets are always filled? Okay, let's go to the next slide. You can see others that are paying for the high-paid freelancer premium because they know that, hey, I'm going to get, like, they know what they are going to get from it. And from my students' reviews I've shown you, they know that this thing. So I'm sorry about that. I think some of the pictures I told you about, or the testimony I told you about, they are not in this video, but on the website I'm going to give to you, everything is there. You get to see it for yourself, okay? Have nothing to hide. So you can see what others are paying for the high-paid freelancer premium. My earliest students, because initially I didn't want to teach. It was when I met with Akin Alabi. Some of you might know him. He's a billionaire in Naira, and Ronald Zimora, that too is a very huge multimillionaire. We can see everything on the website page I'll share to you. That was when they were like, create it now. You know what you're doing. Do this stuff. Teach people. Uplift more people out. Like, show people. You don't just get this by going solo. You have to let people know. You have to let people know. That's why it brings more goodwill your way. So that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. Okay, so you can see why people are paying, because they know they are, like, I already have multiple, like, I have a lot of students already. They know that, hey, this is something, they know that this is going to do this. And you yourself, you can see it because the guy who got $280, who got paid $280 now, that's over 100,000 naira. She's paying 25,000 naira. Now 25,000 naira times 4. She's already gotten 4 times her investment on her first gig. The best part? She's a student. Now she's a student and she's like, after exam, she's going to double down on it and focus on it. Now imagine, like, you've already made your return on investment. So basically, you just send the 25,000 naira out there to get knowledge for you that you used to bring in more money. Even if she, like, let's say something happens, she just say, I'm not doing it again. I've got 200,000 naira, I'm not doing it again, it's too stressful, or something like that. Whatever excuse, let's just say something that happens. She has already earned above her investments. She has earned 3 times, she has earned her money back and earned her money 3 times more to it. So think about it. This is a very great system, and you don't need too many hours a day, except when you're working on projects. But if you're scouting for clients, 1 to 2 hours is ideal, 3 hours is ideal. It depends on you, how much time you're willing to put in. How much time you're willing to put in will determine how much you're going to make. And I was like, if you were to get just 1 client at this thing, $500, which is 200,000 naira at the end of this program, like after going through everything and implementing them, you got just 1 client, okay? Just 1. You say you just got to say, if I get 1 client, I'm working again. That client just paid you $500 and now it's 250,000 naira. You've already gotten 10 times your investment. You've gotten times 10 your investment on 1 client alone. That's what I'm going to show you how you can do. You will join my other students. And the best part, those calls you'll be getting, those live Zoom calls you'll be getting with I'll be hosting with my students, they'll be recorded and you can go back to it and watch them because I'll be sharing a lot of nuggets there. Okay. Now those calls might be weekly or bi-weekly or monthly. It just depends because I want everyone to succeed. I'm a conversion copywriter, so I'm focused on if I have 100 people, if I have 100 premium students, I want 99 to succeed. Obviously, I won't say 100 will succeed. But why won't you say 100 will succeed, Walter? Simple. Not everyone has what it takes. So you have to feel, do you have what it takes? Are you going to put in the work? Are you going to be someone who's willing to work? Some people just buy it and like, some people just buy stuff and they don't put in the work. And I'm not responsible in that scenario. My own is to help you in my best possible, listen, with knowledge and attending to your questions and also giving you guys a periodic and everything and hacks that you can use to get more paying jobs and high paying international clients. Okay. So as much as the responsibility is on me, it's also on you. You have to know that before you get the high paid freelancer premium course. All right. So go. So you can get started now for just 25,000 naira today. Click the button below. Now here's the thing. The price of this program is horrendously cheap. Like it's too cheap. And I'm telling you that if you are watching this a month from now or 2 months from now, the price most likely would have doubled. I'm going to increase the price. There is no doubt about that. I want people who are willing to dedicate time and listen effort to this. So I have to filter out the people. Like I said earlier, I could have just done it for, if I did it for 3,000 naira or 5,000 naira for each person, I can easily get more than 2,000 people to get this because of the results my students have gotten, because the results I've gotten and everything. When I run ads, it's easy. And if you times that, that's like millions. But that's, I'm not just looking like, sure, extra source of income is nice and everything, but that does not matter. What if, why would the quality be low? And if I get 2,000 people in now, I'm only getting like 200 to succeed. Makes no sense. But with this price, I can actually compromise and add more resources that makes sure that more than 80% of my people succeed. The one like 100% of everyone who actually does everything and puts in the work consistently succeed. That's the main thing. It's more about creating that impact. All right. So now, if you had two choices, you had the first one. First option is you do nothing. You don't take this leap of faith. This is 100 fixed rate. So if you don't want, that's fine. It is nothing. It's not more. It's not. It's not an obligation. You owe it to yourself to know if you want this. There are different reasons why you might not take this, and I'm not going to hold it against you. But like, you have to know that this is one of the easiest ways or one of the simplest ways. I don't like interchanging those words, for you to make a lot of money as a young guy in Nigeria, earning dollars from foreign clients. And these guys are going to pay you for your services, whether it's graphics design, programming, and everything like I've shown you here. And the second option is to get these investments. And once you get it in the next, once you get it in the next 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you've already made times 10, times 20, times 30 your investment back because of this decision. You see motivational quotes like what you and where you asked these conversations yesterday, and that's just the true fact. Like your decisions today influence where you'll be tomorrow. All right. Now you can say I will try this out myself, blah blah blah. But you take your time. Take your time. You can go from now to May next year, and all you've ever made is $1,000. Do you want to stress yourself with that? You might not even make any money. That's way too stressful for you. Okay. So you want to get it a precise way where you don't have to go the hard way. You get the easy way. You get to learn all my knowledge, download it from me to you, from my mentors and coaches that I've worked with and I've paid to learn from me to you. That's where you have an accelerated this thing. You have a cheat code. You have an unfair advantage over other people who are just starting out with no guidance at all. Now I'm going to give you a 3 months guarantee. These 3 months guarantee is that if you sign up today and you don't like it for any reason, and you've put in the work, you've done this thing, you've filled my Upwork module, you've done the LinkedIn outbound, you've gotten this thing, you've gotten to reach out to clients and everything, and you've listened, and they didn't pay you, and they didn't hire you, you didn't get any job within 3 months. That's way too far, in my opinion. But within 3 months, nothing happened. And you're like, Walter, this is they work for me. I want your money back. I'll send it back to you, straight up. Without questions, I want to ask you questions. Even if it's like, maybe you bought it today, asking it on the 3 months from now, and it will just remain like 3 hours till your 3 months doesn't expire, I will send it back to you. There's no problem there. All right. So think about that. I'm taking the risks off you and putting it on me. That's just to show you how sure I am of that this thing will work, because looking at it, I was like, oh my God, my students are really killing it. And I have to make this more widespread for more people to this. One other reason I'm doing this, I want to gain popularity. I want to be known as that guy who is helping Nigerian youths make the most money. And when you get to be my students, I will explain there's a reason for that. Okay? And I want to do this the authentic way. And if you get this today, if you don't like it, or you just go through it and, oh, I don't like this, I'm not sure this thing's from you, send your money back once. Okay, you have to have it. You don't have, listen, I don't think I can do it again. Listen, that's my unconditional risk figure to you. You have to go through this and I say it's not working for me. I don't think this will work for me. I'll be like, okay, send your money back. No much questions. So you can see the website here. www.hcp, high paid freelancer, look at the spelling.com/members only/. Okay. Now I can tell you a tale to people. So some of you here who are watching this, you will be like, hey, well, this is not for me. You keep thinking, keep procrastinating. You don't take any action. And at the end of the day, you forget about this and you move on with your life. And maybe, let's say 2 months from now, you see me pop up on a YouTube video and there was this thing on your feed and you'll be like, here's my student. This one has made $10,000. This one has made 3,000 and everything. And like, this guy, and then you rush. Let me see it again. Bam! It's about 70,000 there now. I'm like, I'm not sure I get that kind of amount now, or maybe you get it then. And then you have to spend more. Makes no sense. But you don't want to be that guy who sees opportunities and never take action. Instead, you want to be like my guy here, who is just sitting at home, working from his laptop, making a shitload of cash as a Nigerian, earning jobs from foreign international clients, from Europe, from Singapore, from Australia, from the United Kingdom. Okay, that is where you want to be. You want to be an action taker. You want to be the person who does what he says he's going to do and give himself his or herself financial freedom. Okay, you don't want to be that person who doesn't get who just keeps procrastinating and nothing happens. What you do, your actions today are going to be what determines your results tomorrow. Okay, now this is getting really long, so let's conclude this. So let me show you what to do next. All you have to do, click on the website. It's going to be, you can either copy it like this, but that is stressful. It's going to be, if it's on YouTube, it's going to be on the link, it's going to be on the description down below. If it's on my website, it's going to be on the description, or you see a button that said, get the high paid freelancer premium now. You click on it, you can go through the entire page, or you can just scroll down and get to pay immediately. And once you pay it, you take it to my listing and be like, hey, Walter, I just got the listing. I will send you your personal login details to the website. You log into the website and you get to start consuming this. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. If you have any objections, feel free to let me know. I will answer them. All right. So a reminder, here's what I'm going to get: how to go from 0 to 6,000 on Upwork. And the LinkedIn outbound masterclass valued at 200,000 naira. The Facebook Live valued at 100,000 naira. The mindset valued at 100,000 naira. The bonus model, the kick-ass copywriting course. Like copyright, this one alone, it's going to make you like copywriting is what has been solely responsible for a 20 million naira admin in the last 10 months. So think about it. So the listing, kick-ass copywriting course at 200,000 naira. The bonus and lifetime access. Now this is what at 1,000, over 500,000. Now you might ask, why is this bonus so expensive? Why do you feel like this is the most valuable bonus? Well, I think this is because you're going to get to talk to me. You're going to get a piece of my time. A lot of people are looking for that. You're going to get premium exclusive knowledge from me to you, direct, and other of my students when you're in that group chat. So that's something you don't want to miss out. So you go, how to pick anything on Master 10,000 naira, and the rest of it. Total value of everything you'll be getting here. You go to the page, website, you read everything. I will break down everything of what you're going to be getting step by step, and the months and everything. And it's going to be even more compared, because at the time of writing everything you get there, I'm going to create more and add it. It's something that is going to be consistently updated. It's not something that if it's working today, the next one you're not going to work. No, it's going to be consistently updated. Total value is 1.5 million. To be honest, if I want to sell it for 1.5 million there, I just need to find like 2 people. Sure, it's difficult, but I'll definitely get 2 people who need to pay me that one, because they know that in next 4 months, they're going to be making over, in next 4 or 5 months, they've made over 10 million there. And these are the kind of people who actually work. But I want this to be more accessible to majority of the Nigerians, of people who are using it. And this is way less than $100. Okay, this is around $70 for this system. So here's what you do. You can pay directly to my bank account, 0429486110 GT Bank. That's Guarantee Trust Bank. And you see the name in there, water. You can pay directly to that. Send me your this thing. You follow the website, you will see my number there, this thing. Or down below in this video, if it's on this thing, you will see my contact details. Send me a hey, what I'll pay for it, and I'll send you your logins. I'll confirm your payments, or you send me an email. And I'll send you a login, your personalized login details. You get started, and over time, you start making the most out of it. You start making the most money out of it. Okay. So, but here is the thing. I don't consider myself overly special. I like to believe, ouch, sorry about that. I like to believe I have an average intelligence. So I'm just there. I'm not too smart. I'm not too dull. I'm just there. And if someone like me can make over $4,000 in the last 10 months, you can too. Now, sure, maybe if you're entire year, like a newbie, you have to get some things right now. You get me? You have to know some things before you can make this amount. But still, you will make a very large amount of money that people who are working for 10 years in civil service have not earned. That's just how it is. That's just how unfair the advantage of earning dollars makes you. How you're earning tech bro, this, tech bro, that. So we are seeing people who are earning $10,000 a month in Nigeria. They're living like, oh my God. You can't even, sometimes it depends on how the person is like, you can't even differentiate them between them and people who are into fraud. And I'm giving you the easiest way to do this. All right. So all you have to do, take action now before it's gone, because definitely the price is going to be increasing at the end of this month. So take action now before it's gone and get the program. And once it's increasing, it's not going to be anything less than 35,000, 40,000, and it's going to keep increasing. All right. My earliest student had to pay me over 150,000 there, because then I was not taking students, but now I'm taking students. And one day I might have to come say, I'm not taking students again. Let me just stay with these guys. All right. So there's a limit to how many people I'm going to take and everything, because I have to work. I also have personal goals now, so I can't just dedicate all my time to teaching. I have personal goals, and I'm going to help you, and I need to achieve them while I'm helping you achieve yours. So definitely, there has to be a threshold limit for me before I get overworked or outstressed. Right? So you go to the website highpagefreelancer.com/members only. You read through everything. Everybody I told you that has made the amount of money and everything. All my students, they are, so not all my students listening, but everything I spoke about here. You get to see their testimonials there, and you get to see them and everything. And you get to see how much they made and everything. All right, there's nothing to hide. So if this appeals to you, click on the website now, go there and download it. So I will see you on the inside, my students. All right.